Alright, hey guys, it's me Katsu, and today we got another Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords video for you all. And last time we left off, we infiltrated Goto's yacht, blew it up, got in contact with the Jedi again. Craze got the wiki going around looking for us. Got a new person to the ship there in a droid. And now, because of that, we're back on the ship. You know, we got Tilo's helped out a couple people off the planet. We're all set, man. We got a lot of cash, too. So, you know what? Let's start where we left off, okay? There's a low hum from within the droid and a sound of circuit sparking, restoring power throughout the droid's systems.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivator.
That happens.
And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude.
Why were you in a storage hold?
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does seem familiar.
Okay. The droid knows something.
Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
Any idea what happened to you?
Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason, that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
Are you okay?
Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication.
They're like a series of droids that attacked me.
Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And regardless, I am a unique model. Why to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Oh. Well, there's at least four other now defunct versions here in the galaxy.
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term.
What? Meat bag?
Answer. No, Master. I said it again.
I just feel like having assassin's role. Well, are you ready to serve me, droid?
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
Ah, he's joined our party.
Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of irritation at your actions. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high, but you are countering all those expectations.
Oh, yeah? And how is that?
Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents.
I'm not proud of what I did in the wars, and I do not wish to discuss it. They weren't accidents. I did them on purpose and would do them again gladly. Why do you want to know?
I know you find these new numbers concerning as well, but when you start to hear LA County and then late today 10 other counties in California saying that they too would reinstate these massive
Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what use is there for communication in a galaxy such as ours? Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by such callous acts. You are right to remain silent about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas.
Why did you ask me there about the Mandalorian Wars?
Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way.
What do you mean?
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy.
Oh.
The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this.
That's a very human perspective.
Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact to your attention.
How is that?
Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed the face of the galaxy, of history itself. Malachor 5 was an impressive act of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy was far more extreme. I mean, Master, you brought about the death of the Mandalorian race. I doubt they realize it yet, but you dealt them a blow from which they will never recover.
No, I intend to justify my actions or yours.
Retort. Oh, Master, I am attempting to justify nothing, merely making an observation. Nothing would change the fact that I derive pleasure from ending the lives of others. I was only trying to bring death and its impact.
I had some other questions.
Statement. You wish to conduct?
It's not an interrogation, I was asking some questions.
Statement? Oh, yes, Master. Pain is really the only reliable means by which truth may be obtained. Or so I choose to believe.
It's not an interrogation, I just want to ask you some questions.
Statement. Very well, Master. But if you wish to be brutal and vicious about it, know that I am trained for such things. Do your worst.
Enough with the interrogation, alright. When I ask you questions, I mean I will ask questions without torturing you.
Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point. Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back.
Why were you in a storage hold? Who was your previous master?
Answer. Master, ironically enough, I seem to have developed a sudden bout of memory loss. I shall struggle to recall an answer to your question, but for now, it is sadly beyond my capabilities. Consolation. Besides, you are a fine master. Do not be worried about being rendered insignificant if I were to inadvertently compare to some silly old master I once possessed.
Ask some other questions.
Statement. More questions. Wonderful.
How did you get scattered all over the galaxy?
Well, David, tonight more than 100,000 people are still without power and phone services are down. And in this part of the country, cell phone signals are often spotty. So, David,
Theory.
tonight,
Well, Master, I believe I was shot repeatedly. Once reduced to my component parts, I suspect pieces of me were sold across the galaxy. Statement. I am an extremely valuable piece of equipment after all, Master. My parts were no doubt costly to obtain, and their new owners hesitant to part with them.
It was something of a pain, yes.
I would be most distressed if you were to shoot me, attack me, or dismember me in any way. I do not wish to repeat the experience.
I had some other questions.
Statement.
Let's see. Why did you ask me about the Mandalorian Warriors?
Answer. Why? Because you're...
Oh.
Statement.
Let's see. Do you know anything about the Sith hunting us?
Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out of touch with the Sith for many years. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends.
Any idea where they might be striking from?
Answer. No, Master. The Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all.
Okay.
Theory. It is possible that the Sith still hold one such base, if not several. Consolation. But I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat.
Oh, well.
Twi'lek metaphor. Jonta bosi likita masi sorinkada untamiasa grawino roto.
Yeah. Well, crit beetles are a lot smaller than our enemies.
Very. Master, excuse me. One thing I have noticed as we travel the galaxy, you seem to possess the ability to understand a variety of alien languages. Forgive me, but that does not seem in keeping with my assessment of your talents.
I picked up a sonic imprint sensor in Paragus. It doubles as a translator.
Query, may I see it?
Why?
Answer, because it seems to know all the languages I do, and I am feeling degrees of familiarity and inferiority both at once.
Alright, now I'll let you in it.
Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator.
Okay.
With some modifications, of course. Curious. You say you obtained this device on Paragus.
Yeah, shortly after the planet was destroyed.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position for any HK units in the vicinity.
Oh no. Can you use it to track them?
Confirmation. Yes, Master, I believe so. Statement. I suspect when the time is right, this device can be used to pinpoint the location of the HK factory. And we can deal with them once and for all.
I love how the music stopped.
Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor is such that we must wait until it is signaled. It does not please me any more than it does you. But what are the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid? His patience.
Okay.
Statement. More questions. Wonderful.
So I love how they actually figured out where we're at there because of that vocabulator. For a sophisticated assassin droid, you don't seem as advanced as you should be.
Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades. But time and damage has taken its toll. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems, which has also compromised my effectiveness as well. Still, you will find me a valuable asset, Master, willing and able to terminate anything you point me towards. Statement. Answer. I do not know, Master. Extrapolation. Perhaps.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them never figure out. Who is it?
Nice.
Yeah, something wrong?
There were some questions I want to ask.
Go ahead, ask.
You seem restless.
It's all this traveling. I'm trapped in a ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Well, savor it while it lasts. Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something. Somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
Were you raised on Nar Shaddaa?
Look, before we get into a game of Guess the Pazak card, pull back on the throttle. I don't know you that well to start sharing our life stories.
I was hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Just want to know you a little better is all.
Why, you tried to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Come on, I can't be that bad. Give me a chance.
Are you sure you're a Jedi? That exile of yours must have gone on longer than I thought. Look, you're way too old for me. Even if I were interested, you couldn't handle me anyway. I mean, you're really good in a fight, and you've got those intense eyes. And it's obvious you take care of your body, but I really don't have the luxury of getting attached to you. Besides, you already have your little entourage. I don't want to be a part of the pack, you know?
What are you talking about?
Look, if we start sharing a bunk, the other girls would get upset, and then I'd have to kick the hell out of them to show them who's the pack leader around here. No thanks. You're sweet, old guy. But let's keep it professional.
Old guy.
It's more than age. I thought I'd seen a lot, but you look like you're 100 inside.
Fine. Do you think you'd run away from a challenge?
Run away? You're the one who couldn't handle me. I'd kill you.
Yeah, there were some questions I wanted to ask.
Go ahead and ask.
Tell me a little about Hanhar.
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper.
Oh,
it's like he's
yeah?
out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
Man, that is a bad Wookiee. What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
Ooh. I think that deserves an explanation.
Yeah, that's a long story. I don't want to get into it. Maybe some other time.
Alright. So we talk.
About what? Go ahead and ask.
Why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to.
Awareness. Because all life is connected, and Malachor proved it. You know what the laws of family means, even to your targets.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know Jedi didn't care about life there.
I've never stopped trying to protect others, even at Malachor.
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
A little feisty. Alright, let's go talk to the others real quick. He's all good. Balador, he's chill. Yeah, you barely have to talk to his ass. Visas.
My life for yours.
Huh? I had questions for you.
I will answer what I can.
Never mind, I was going now. See, she's got nothing to offer. Oh, not there. Yeah, what's up, handmaiden?
Yes?
What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be.
Forget it.
You may ask.
Any reasons you call it Last of the Handmaidens?
I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
They would say you were easily distracted from your training. If you're distracted and not participant, then you deserve your rank.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
I'm not sure I understand. What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Battle is not the truth of the Jedi teachings. I believe it's the furthest thing from it.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Okay. Combat is not the best way to communicate with others.
I didn't talk to the insurance company was a mistake.
That's why I called anyway.
They know how to find the compensation the insurance company may be hiding from. I got way more than I was told I would get. Don't call Deepway.
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
Combat is not the best way to communicate with others.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor 5, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War.
Oh.
I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
Revan turned on Malak, was a friend, and killed him. Malak was slain, and that was all it said. Revan and Malak were driven only by the dark side. The Force drove Revan to do what needed to be done, and that is all. I would not ascribe too much poetry in their hate and violence.
It's all about the money. It's all about the lawyer. Don't hesitate. Call Deepway. Right now. Have you been cheated? Go to judgeshooting.com. Like us on Facebook.
What do you think Revan was saying?
Twitter.
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Revan and Malak were only driven by the dark side.
But to say that seems an untruth, based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not? If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true.
So we have to stay on the road.
I have some other
You
questions.
may ask.
Oh, this is pretty disgusting. That's pretty disgusting. Is that the way you leave this gorgeous house? We left in a hurry. It's disgusting. That has nothing
There's a reason called the Last of the Handmaidens.
I am the last of the...
financial problems. That's called being a pig. You have this nice
That is not entirely... Perhaps once...
That's not the way you leave it. Judgment
There is
right
much
now.
knowledge on Telos. There is so much about...
Is this what occupies your thoughts?
To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form... You may ask.
Let's see.
There is nothing more...
Some things and they weren't accurate.
Duels among the...
Okay,
Your modesty has... You may ask.
let's see about last name.
Before entering Adris's service, yes,
What was
It
it?
is not important.
As do all slaves. You do not have value in Asia, you have no value to me.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me? Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed that Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Right now, the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you stay.
You may ask.
Let's see, do you have a name? Just try this again.
Before entering Adris's service,
What was
it
it?
is not important.
You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade. I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Right now,
You may ask.
let's see, ooh, did it change?
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. The family of a 60-year-old Pensacola man who was shot to death says the 19-year-old
Yes?
shooter should be charged with murder. That shooting
There is nothing more I can do.
so far a standard round case.
But 60-year-old Daniel
Can't learn any more fighting moves.
for the 500 block.
Let's start the crab.
According to the Assembly Sheriff's Office, conflict
Yes.
skills,
Have you come with questions?
I want teach me more about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
began choking him, the 19-year-old who shot Thompson. The sheriff's office says the shooting was self-defense and did not charge the 19-year-old. Thompson said that this is not a standard round case.
Very well.
One allows me to focus the Force. Force mastery, the stance to give me opponents in the Force. Fame of the Force. Force mastery.
It is a great technique that you have learned. Gifted only to the highest of Jedi Masters and the Sith, this technique makes your Force powers more difficult to resist, and they will last longer as well. But it can tire you quickly. Use it only in short combats where expediency is necessary.
Force forms.
Very well. Of which... Ask, and I will...
Well, you know, Visa's master.
The number one age group is getting COVID-19 right now is 18 to 29. So far, cities and counties do not have any plans to implement a mask order, but leaders say they are...
And say the plan was wiped out and it was only colony of people in the sector left.
Destroyed 16 units in the Tree Commons apartment complex. It's getting identified.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
Challenges. Well, for people all see through the Force, and maybe someone wanted to blind them.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
So someone wants this sector of the galaxy blind to the Force so they can move freely or strike without warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War. is a hunger, and there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more.
Had other questions?
Ask, and I will...
Alright. Mandalore.
Yeah, what do you want?
What's your take on the Republic?
Here you go. Now, was there some... You fought with Revan and...
News of the blaze spreading to a local elementary school.
You've always been, and we only knew it. We thought we was
We've
like,
been
what did
through
you
those.
think of...
And words of comfort. Many of the kids in the complex, students.
And that is how you turned. Ever consider what would have happened? The Sith would have been... We would have brought a look around you. I ask you this.
Try to find out if any of our students were affected or out here. The school now gathering donations. William Parker getting a new shirt and some shoes.
I suppose we'll... Now, is there something...
We're just a big family in school, so it's been a part of our family.
Okay.
And the Red Cross tells me that they are trying to work and get these people who were affected by the fire.
Let's check over here.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
Considering I saved you, you could be more grateful.
Again, the Red Cross is helping two residents after a house fire on
As anxious as I am to give away all,
back at 3:40 this afternoon, along with the
I am willing to indulge.
responded, and the fire was out.
You want me to say the Republic? How is that possible?
There are several factors, all of which affect each other. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith.
Is there anything you can do to help those systems and people, either with information or resources?
The destruction of my yacht and of all my activities on Nar Shaddaa carry a cost that would take you several lifetimes to pay back. But perhaps the offer of credits will spur you to act quicker, more decisively. I am not unsympathetic to such greed. For every system you stabilize, I will reward you for your efforts.
I don't want a reward. Helping the people of those systems is enough.
With the first pitch in about 30 minutes, and it looks nice for any of these events in downtown Pensacola. It looks great. The temperatures have been much warmer here in Okaloosa and Walton counties, cooler in areas of Escambia.
Compassion and mercy only erode respect and power.
And it was really
Just tell me what needs to be done to help these systems.
There is the stabilization of Dantooine.
Tell me about Dantooine.
You have stabilized Dantooine. The Republic has gained a power base in the Outer Rim.
What was the situation on Onderon?
The political situation on Onderon has stabilized. Onderon will now remain within the Republic.
What about the restoration efforts on Telos?
Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of many other worlds. Of course, since the destruction of the Paragas facility, the odds of the Telos restoration project being successfully completed is close to zero.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I mean, it's not having blame for Paragas. It was necessary to destroy the planet and to stop the Sith.
I hope you do not decide that the next thing that must be destroyed to stop the Sith is the galaxy itself. Perhaps one must ask themselves at what point defending your religious ideals is advantageous to the Republic as a whole.
Yeah.
As long as your defense does not exterminate more than 50% of those you intend to help, is that acceptable?
I had other questions. Where is your base of operations?
Now, that would be telling. For now, my presence must remain a secret, and it may remain that way forever. I am willing to indulge.
What capabilities does your droid possess?
designed to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders unless they conflict with mine.
And if they do?
Which is why we need your help.
Then its proton core will detonate, turning this ship into space dust. There is no negotiation in this. I will not allow you to interfere with my operations and plans.
What skills does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter places undetected in reconnaissance mode.
Those can all prove an asset. Good to have you staying with us. I mean, floating with us.
I want the man. Kill my brother.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Thanks.
You may speak.
Unless the price is right.
Do you know anything about the HK droids since after me?
But it's the last second. All-time favorite.
The assassin droids. I have encountered some, purchased the service of others.
Why are they hunting me?
Why, I asked them to. To be honest, I believe that was always their intention, but it seems their directive was dormant for some time.
Good thing there's the
Do you know where they are coming from?
If you mean produced, no, I do not. I do know that there are a surprising number scattered throughout the Republic fleet searching for you. What they will do now that you are found is easy to predict.
You mean they're going to come after me? What are they doing in the Republic fleet?
They are masquerading as protocol droids. I have discovered that when they are used in negotiations, they have a predictable pattern of sabotaging whatever peace treaties they are involved in.
They did that on Paragus. Why doesn't the Republic now?
Because the Republic has no reason to investigate otherwise, and any discovery of their true purpose has been concealed by well-timed accidents.
Why haven't you acted on this information?
Because their behavior is predictable, of course. By monitoring their presence, I know which worlds will suffer civil wars, planetary conflicts, and Republic bombardment.
Are they going to keep coming after me?
Of course they are. They're droids with very specific protocols that, unless changed, will dictate their movements. Unless you shut them down at the source, they will be stalking you until you are captured or terminated. Why don't you ask their predecessor? That archaic, memory-impaired assassination droid will know more about his subsequent generations than I would. I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
On the yacht, you mentioned Revan, but Revan's ought to destroy the Republic.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact and many military production facilities.
But why? Revan had limitless forces.
COVID-19 vaccination. The city council approving the intended plan last night. There were Robinson made a proposal. A spokesperson for the city said
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
What about Malik?
Unlike Revan, Malik demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Huh. Do you know where Revan got his forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely.
Huh.
It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
I have some questions for you.
You may speak.
Any more? No, never mind. Delta influence, let's go to nice. Alright, one more person to talk to.
I heard you making friends with the bounty hunter. I don't blame you. She's a scrapper. You don't survive on Nar Shaddaa for very long if you aren't.
Do you know Mira, Adam?
I've known people like her. Maybe without the rocket launchers, but sort of the same. Maybe without the plunging neckline and the boots. I wouldn't let anything she says bother you. It's a wonder you cracked her attitude at all. She's cold as the ship's hull.
I have some questions for you.
Alright, what did you want to know?
Nothing to mind.
Something up? Alright, what did...
Nothing to mind. Great. Okay, galaxy map. Man, 40 minutes worth of talking, man. Jesus Christ. Well, that planet's destroyed. Telos is good. Duxon. Alright, it's time to go to Korriban. Alright, it's time to get out of here. And we continue to move on. And we are gone. Ooh, look how creepy this looks. You can hear that Sith music is really strong here. Nice.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There's great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy.
So what happened here?
It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy.
Do you think there are living Sith here?
As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. It was said that Revan disappeared. It took a year or they found the Republic. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me.
Why won't you come with me?
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn.
Korriban doesn't look that bad. I'm not afraid.
Perhaps not. But I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban attacks the spirit and the body, and there have been few who can fight its power.
Very well. Stay here and keep the engines primed in case you need to leave quickly.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed.
The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful.
Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Alright. Alright, let's see what we got here. Traces to ashes. You're searching for traces of the lost Jedi in the ruins of Korriban. Kreia suggested looking within the Sith Academy. We're going to the Sith Academy, y'all.
We had some steps up around 90 here for some of these parts to the east, and then to the west, it was in the 70s because of the rain and cloud cover. Heat index values too were hotter where we were seeing the sunshine. We're expecting that, the heat index values will run, good 5 degrees here temperature throughout the weekend. Our dental on the coast, our safe shores of work systems below the modern business are very special weekend. And as we check out the seacoast rain forecast, not bad. Seas are just about 1 to 2.
Alright. So we're going to be taking Aden, and we're going to be taking Visas. Although, Handmaiden, Visas. We got to keep a healer in the back there, 2 healers.
Downtown Pensacola, there is the new live. It is gallery night in downtown, and it looks busy. What a nice night for it.
Man, look at all these artifacts.
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Oh.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool, you've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians.
Too bad. What are these guardians?
Hisses are semi-intelligent beasts, corrupted and strengthened by prolonged exposure to the dark side. As creatures of the Force, they have a limited ability to mask their presence. Hisses are drawn to suffering and carnage. They must have fed on all the corpses left over from the war here on Korriban.
Ooh, that's dark.
The angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these Hisses as thralls to their will.
Oh. Well. Found you. Hey, look at these bad boys. I think I'm scared of these things. Just overgrown lizards, dude.
Before you, is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force.
Marco Ragnos. Okay.
Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic.
Sounds like the Civil Wars are common among the Sith.
Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves.
So I've been training Sadal and Kresh.
As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion.
Oh.
This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
Wow. Alright then. Alright, see what we got over here. Nice. Ooh, what do we got here?
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords.
Tell me more.
His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived.
Oh. Are you saying modern Jedi are poorly skilled with the lightsaber? What made him so good?
That is unknown, but supposedly he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. The holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Hord's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location.
Huh. Well, that's interesting, you know. What about this tomb over here?
Ahead lies the tomb of Naga Sadow, successor to Marka Ragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago.
Tell me more.
More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy.
Oh.
When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other. resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley.
Uh-huh. Wow. So Revan was in there. Cool. Alright. Now, how about... There it is.
I shall make this one see.
Nice.
This was
Alright. And we're learning so much knowledge here.
This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the master, leading to his demise. Ajanta's dark spectre lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade.
Oh.
Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajanta Paul and showed him the path back to the light.
Oh, it just sounds like you disapprove.
One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self.
Nothing is beneath redemption, Kreia. No one.
Perhaps, but redemption is a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from.
What became of the blade?
Unknown. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajanta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds.
It's heavily implied that Revan is still alive. So far, nice.
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients.
Huh.
The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protect its secrets.
I shall honor them with battle. This will teach you.
Come on, get it.
This. I shall make this one. I shall honor them.
Get back. Alright. Oh, what's this?
That cave. It almost has a presence about it. Evil. Almost hungry.
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the academy before venturing into the cave.
Oh. What the fuck are those? Look at it. Nice. Ooh, what's that? Things are annoying. No mercy.
The door was left open on purpose. Someone is expecting us.
It seems unlikely the Jedi Master we are looking for is within. I see no tracks, no disturbance of recent travel.
You can expect more than these beasts within the academy. Be prepared.
Okay. So listen, before we go into that academy and stuff, and you know, explore it, we're gonna stop it right here. Alright? We're gonna save the game, okay? So we got a lot of, you know, history there about the Sith there, and like 4 different, you know, masters and stuff about what Revan did in the past, which is actually pretty cool. But you know, we're going to end the recording right here. You know, we're going to get into the next part later. We got a new guy on the squad, 2 people. That Wookiee's still alive, but nonetheless, they were looking for the next Jedi on Korriban and stuff. So, without further ado, everyone, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace, everyone.